All right, I'll make sure you guys can see everything as well. There we go. Okay, perfect. And I want to make sure, let's make sure my head is not like cut off this week. Let's make sure my head is not cut off like last week. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, perfect. All right, in the live, I can see my head, so I presume that means I'm okay. I'm good. All right, good, good, good. Okay, I am not cut off. It's so funny. Last week I was cut off on the live video on the recording. I'm considering redoing that video, but we'll see. You guys seem to have enjoyed it regardless. So I hope you're all well. Hope you all had amazing holidays and time with family and loved ones, and are continuing to celebrate. So my name is Khadija. I am here to do your weekly henna hair color, henna body art, and also healthy hair care recipes for your hair, for all hair types, all hair textures. So I'm here to show you how to do that and how to achieve that. It's really important to note that even if your focus is not hair color, that these like herbs are amazing like vitamins for your hair. They're really nourishing. They're really essential because it's great that you have the styling and the conditioning products down packed and there's a lot to choose from. Well, what are you doing in between for like the health of your hair? What about that? What about the health and wellness of your hair? It's really important to be doing one of these Ayurvedic herbal hair masks because it's going to strengthen your hair, it's going to nourish your hair, it's going to focus on your hair. Whatever your focus may be, we have an herb for you. So that definitely is really important, really essential. Hey, good afternoon. Hi, Dan. So I'm so glad that you're all here. So this is, about the health and wellness of you, living your best life, a healthier lifestyle. And this is what I'm here to support you with weekly on these different classes. And our brand in general supports you, even if you're transitioning, if you're still using chemicals or doing perms. That's actually all okay. It is safe to use the henna and the Ayurvedic herb treatments. It is safe. I can't speak and confirm for other brands, but for our brand, you can definitely still do those if you would like to still continue to do other regimens and mix and match. Mind you, henna is hard to lift. Yes, that's true. You can definitely go to a professional to have assistance with that, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to use henna and whatnot. And then, of course, we're going to promote for you to use more natural products. You can use and do these regimens, even the non-coloring ones. You can, even if you use chemicals, you can definitely do all of that safely with our products. So I just want to clear the air of that because a lot of people have it's a major misconception that you cannot use henna hair color or you can't use some of these products because you color your hair, you have a perm, or you have other, it's true. Remember, a lot of the colorists, and no offense to the colorists, but they don't teach you how to do henna natural hair color. All they do is cut down henna natural hair color. They don't. Why would they want to support like something natural when they can when the big box and those big box companies, like, they make the money, they want to make money, so they're going to teach you what they're going to teach you. Obviously, I guess it's the same for me, but there's no denying that regardless of our brand, henna is a natural form, alternative to like the chemical colors. So there's no doubt about that. There's no denying that. Like, I'm not telling something new. Chemicals run a lot of the schools. And even if it doesn't have to do with color, you all know the natural stylists and natural colorists. You all know they're not teaching you like about natural hair care. So I'm not lying. So not making that stuff up. It's true. So natural color, not natural colorists, but just in general, I'm just gonna say the colorists and the stylists out there, they don't train you in henna hair color. Like, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to train the colorists and the stylists to bring henna and natural hair color and natural hair care, health and wellness to a whole nother level. So that's what I'm here for. We have a certification program for that reason. So I don't want to get too far off topic, but I just want to clear that because the colorists and the stylists are our educators in our community, and we look towards them for that guidance. I'm not in every single salon. I'm not, henna isn't in a lot of salons. So you know, there's a lot of people going against it, and that's the thing. We need to squash these misconceptions. We need to get rid of the myths that surround henna and put it down. Think about, you always have to think about, why is henna put down, or what's the motive? Because why would they want you again to use something natural, like have a healthier lifestyle? No, they just want you to grab something fast, make their money, and then go back to them, and just the cycle continues. Like, it's about the money, guys. It's about the money, and it's about them pushing, you know, these products, and then you get to go to the doctor because you're not feeling good, or maybe you had cancer. I mean, God, these chemicals affect you in your life. I mean, you may be in a rush living life and just doing everything you gotta do, but you don't even know how many years that has taken off of your life. The stress, and not only the products and what you eat, it's a whole big picture. Think of the whole picture. Because of all these things that you have decided to do, like, those affect your whole life, your whole longevity of your life. Do you know that you might have shaved off some of those years because of the choices that you have made? I mean, you know. So anyhow, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Let's get to the focus at hand. I'm here to talk to you about the indigo will not work. I hope you guys get past that. It's just really important. You know, I'm passionate about that, so you know I gotta share that stuff. So I hope you all understand. Thank you so much. So indigo, what do you do when it doesn't work? Well, there's a couple reasons why indigo won't work. You have to make sure, first of all, that you use warm to hot distilled water. Ideally, you can use tap water. I like to push distilled water because, you know, it's cleaner. But definitely you have to use that as your liquid. Indigo doesn't like other liquids. It won't work. So please make sure that first of all, your liquid is the right liquid that you're using. Do not add honey. Do not add lemon juice. Do not add conditioner to your indigo. Don't do any of those things. Indigo doesn't like any of those things, and it will not work. So don't do that as well. Definitely don't do that. And you can add a little bit of salt to the indigo. That's okay. That helps it cling better to the hair strand. And if you have stubborn grays, that works well as well. You can do that. And I wouldn't be telling you to do something that would be unsafe. Salt is okay. There's, again, some misconceptions about how salt affects the hair, but there are salt washes, and salt, you know, trust me, salt is okay. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't be telling you that, because then why would I want to set you up to fail? Don't want to. My purpose here is to help you have the best results possible. And you can also add aloe vera powder. So the aloe vera powder is really moisturizing. So you definitely need to add some aloe vera powder. And a whole box, you actually only need like a small amount. This is 100 grams. So you only need about a teaspoon of aloe vera powder. So it really goes a long way. And that's key, because you need the moisture in your hair, because it is the true, very true, the truth, 100% truth, that the henna and Ayurvedic herbs can be drying. But when you're using them correctly, you will not have that effect. Use it according to the way that we suggest. We have instructions like on the back of most of all of our packages. We do weekly classes. We have been pushing this information towards you like for weeks on end. We have the henna library on our website. I mean, we have been there to guide you and support you and show you, you know, exactly how to use the products. We haven't left you like high and dry. So definitely follow our tips. It's really important. If you're not sure, you can always ask us a question. How much? Okay. Oh, great question. Hi, Dan. Great question. So how much salt? Probably if you're using a whole box, maybe only a teaspoon. You don't have to use a lot. Like the aloe, you really don't need to use that much, but about a teaspoon should be enough. I hope that helps. So that's key to getting the indigo to work in the first place. For first salt, that's how you get it to work. And also though, don't use indigo by itself. Indigo, yes, can make your hair green. You ever hear those horror stories about green hair? Yeah, that's indigo. It's not henna. There's nothing green in henna. Like, there's no properties of henna that make it green. That would be impossible. It's a red, you know, it's an herb that produces a red tone no matter what. So indigo is a culprit. If you ever heard about green hair, it is the indigo. So do not use it by itself. It has to be used with henna, either in a one-step or a two-step process. So if you're going for black tones, the easy recipe to do is to do the henna first. You're going to do a henna as its own coloring treatment. And then you could do the indigo as its second step. So that's the easy way to do the indigo and henna treatment to get black tones naturally and the cover grays. What happens when that is not even working? Like, you've done everything that I told you to do and you're like, it is not working. Like, and you're about to leave a bad review and you're about to get angry and send me an email about how this sucks. and we're like, oh, but we can help you. So, you know what you do? This is what you do. You have to make a brown recipe as your first step. Don't just leave the henna all on its own. You're going to probably have to use the indigo and the henna, 50-50 of each, and then make that brown recipe and then color your hair. Once that's been done and taken out, remember, co-wash it out, that's important. Then you can follow it with the indigo, 100%, and that will get you a black tone, and that will probably give you, more than likely, definitely, we've had no complaints after that you'll get good coverage, black tones and gray coverage, everything. It'll be beautiful and it lasts 4 to 6 weeks. So if that is the problem that you're having with the indigo, just add the henna and indigo in the first step as a brown recipe. You're going to do a brown rather than just that henna alone, brown tones, and then you're creating a darker base, and then when you follow with indigo, there you go, boom, it's like black. Easy as that. It's a really easy trick, right? I know, and I love when I get to tell clients that, like when they call in and say, oh, this sucked and it didn't work, and I tell them to do that, then they're like, perfect, it like worked. So that is the trick. That's the trick, guys. Yeah, definitely. And what else? I have a few other tips though, definitely to prepare your hair to take on the henna hair coloring treatments and any of the Ayurvedic hair treatments that you're gonna do. Do pre-hair wash, please. Please do a hair wash, because it's gonna get down, you know, any dirt or anything from the elements from outside, you know, dust and all that other stuff, and then also any products that you use, it's gonna take it out. And it's good to have a clean base. It really does help the henna go on, and the indigo, all the coloring treatments, and all the Ayurvedic herbal treatments. Not even the non-coloring one. It helps it go on easier, and you get the most maximum benefits out of it. And then also apply onto damp hair. That is really key. That really helps a lot. If your hair is a bit damp, it makes everything go on so much smoother, definitely. We'll have rose water too coming out with the Moroccan collection. That will be nice. So say your hair wasn't wet or pre-washed for whatever reason, you can just dampen it up with the rose water. Oh, that's gonna be so nice, and it's gonna smell so good. I can't wait for us to get the rose water. And again, when you're done all your hair treatments, and remember the henna hair color treatments have to be left in 3 to 4 hours. Again, make time for yourself. Slow down. These treatments are about you slowing down for a minute, you taking time for yourself, because not only are the henna and Ayurvedic hair treatments healthier options, a color your hair gorgeous, and you get all these amazing benefits, but it's also about your mental health and wellness. Believe it or not, you taking the time to do these treatments, slowing down, and just relaxing for a little bit. I mean, don't we all want to relax? I want to relax at the end of the day. So this really helps you slow down. You can do a few other things, I'm sure, you know, but you'll be at home and you'll be in your zone, and it's like doing masks. Anyone that does their hair, takes care of their hair naturally, you already know that this takes time, and then this is just really important for you to live like a longer, healthier life. You know, you're not taking away years from your life, you're adding on and living, you know, putting value in your life and who you are, and your self-esteem, and feeling amazing about yourself and just feeling good. You know, trust me, it works. Trust me. It is a must, you know, definitely. So when you're done, it's time to wash it out. Make sure co-wash it out. Please co-wash it out, because that's going to add the moisture back, and it's going to also detangle and make sure you get everything out. So it's really important to do that. These are really important steps. And if you haven't been, I'm going to give a mini shout out to on our website. Today only, 12/26, we have buy 2 co-washes and you get a hair wash for free. So we have buy 2 get 1 free, and we have 50% to off end of year inventory sale. So you can definitely do that and take advantage of the sale. And then lastly, free shipping in the USA and to Canada, but today only. So you gotta go grab out those coupons. Head to our website at HennaSooq.com. And as I promised, I said I was going to be mixing some and showing you how to combine the henna and indigo. So let me come a little closer. Okay. Make sure that I can see myself. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Geez, guys. Can you see that? It already has dye release. Okay, make sure I'm in the frame. Am I in the frame? Here, is that better? There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get in the frame. There we go. I still feel like you guys can't see it really well. There we go. There we go. Is that better? Oh my gosh. There we go. I think so. You guys can see my hand a little bit. Perfect. But you can already see the dye release. Jeez, that's pretty fast. And I didn't mix it actually too long ago. But you can see how it's kind of like light green. Oh yeah, that's a good view. There we go. I like that. So yeah, it's really green. You see when you push it back? So that's what you're going to do. When you're mixing it for dye release, you got to let it sit. And for now it is a little lumpy, but those lumps will dissolve. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of lumpy right now. But again, I only mixed it recently. So you got to give it time to dissolve, you know. It's going to take about anywhere from 3 to 4 hours for this to have full dye release. But it already is getting dye release. It's pretty amazing. So you let that dissolve because of the lumps. You let it sit out so these can dissolve. Or you can kind of switch it. The more you actually whip it too, the more you dissolve all the lumps, you know. So you could do that as well. There we go. So now that we have the henna, you know, ready, let me show you what the indigo looks like. You see the indigo there? There we go. Yeah, now look at the dye release. Ooh, pixies. Do you see that, guys? See that? Let me make sure I'm seeing in my comments. I'm trying to make sure, as I look at the iPad at the same time, make sure that you guys can see. But look at that. Peeking with the dye release. You see that? It's green. It's much greener. And then that shows you that the dye release is being achieved. So you have to definitely let it sit for dye release. Don't keep mixing it every 2 seconds. You know, people get kind of nervous when some clients get nervous because, and I realize that sometimes I'm like, did you let it sit untouched for 20 to 30 minutes? And they're like, no, they kept mixing it. But if you keep mixing it, you won't see dye release. So it'll go back to being green. Like, see, when I mix it up, look, it just looks green, right? Look, yeah. Just green. You don't see any dye release like you did 2 seconds ago. That's all gone now. Yeah, so what you do now is, and we're going to pretend this is a 50-50 recipe. We're kind of pretending here, guys. We're pretending, because I really wanted to show you the dye release and I wanted to show you how you would mix it in. This is what I do. I always add in the indigo to the henna like this in its own bowl. Look at that. Ooh, wow. Look at that color. So cool. I just love the way it looks, that green tone on top of like the henna. It's so, so, so cool. Oh man, that is cool. So then you just combine it. There we go. And the henna will just eat up all the indigo, of course, making it a little darker. You see the color changing a little bit, even as a paste. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, and this is what it should look like. Exactly. And then once you combine them, and we did speed this up for time's sake, by that time there won't be any lumps. It'll be very smooth and creamy. So at this point, this is when you apply it to your hair. Don't let it sit out for any more dye release. Let it sit for, don't let it sit for dye release anymore. It's time to use it. So definitely apply this to your hair and leave it on for 3 to 4 hours. Pretty cool? All right, any last questions? No, I guess today is a little quiet. Everyone seems quiet. I know it was the day after the, major holidays for a lot of people, and some people are celebrating Kwanzaa today as well. But I thank you all for tuning in. You can always watch the replay. If you have any questions, definitely, comment below, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. All right. So this concludes our class. Thank you all again for tuning in. Hope you all have a good day. I'm going to say my little bye. Bye. You can see me. Bye. Yeah, oh, you can just see my lips. Bye, guys. I'll see you next week, 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone.